So Tripwire released a brand new trailer at the Game Awards. In this video, we're going to break down all the new information we got from the trailer, including the new specialists, new weapons, new gadgets, new boss, along with Killing Floor 3 receiving a firm release window of March 2025, and even better, announcing a closed beta sign-up. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing amazing today. Thank you guys all for your likes, your shares, your comments, all your support. And if you're new here and you're interested in Killing Floor 3, hit that subscribe button for more content. Now, starting out in the video here, first we have the new sharpshooter specialist Luna, and we have gameplay of a brand new sharpshooter weapon. Next, it focuses on the new medic specialist Obi, and we can see it looks to me like a MAC-10. For sure it's an SMG. Finally, we get a glimpse of the new ninja specialist Nakata, and what I find interesting here is that he's dual wielding katanas. Now, with the new specialist system, and I know it's controversial, and it's controversial to me as well, but one of the benefits of it is each character is actually going to be developed out here. So, speaking of Nakata, he's got a whole background where he was like an assassin, and he's a retired assassin, and now he's coming out of retirement to kill Zeds. As I was thinking about this, I'm like, they have announced that they're going to add other perks, or existing perks and new perks. So, for example, what exactly would a berserker look like? I found this picture, I'm like, yeah, I want to play that guy. And going back to the dual wielding melee weapons, we could have dual wielding Viking axes. In this next scene, we see Nakata's gadget in action called the Heavy Ken. Now, what's interesting about this footage is you see him grab the husk and pull it towards him. However, the description of the gadget says Nakata's gadget is the Heavy Ken, a grappling hook that propels him towards enemies to deal devastating blows. So my question is there going to be an option with this gadget to pull enemies toward you, which I honestly, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but he is a melee specialist, so maybe it gets you into the action quicker, or maybe you want to separate a Zed from the other Zed, so maybe you want to take care of the husk, or you want to take on the Scrake or Flesh Pound yourself and not have a bunch of trash Zeds around you. I guess we'll have to wait and see. In this next scene, we see the sharpshooter again, and we see the sharpshooter pistol. What's exciting about this is that each perk has its own unique pistol. However, those pistols are interchangeable. So for example, if you want to play Mr. Foster Commando, you can also choose to play with the sharpshooter's pistol, or whichever one you choose. In this next scene, we see the sharpshooter's gadget in action called the Death's Hand. The exciting thing about gadgets again is that 1/3 of the skill tree is dedicated to the specialist gadget. And even better, each skill can be upgraded 3 times. In this next scene, they revealed a brand new siren. And one thing I noticed is that it has a telescopic neck, which is pretty weird. And my question is, what exactly is that telescopic neck for? Can it bite the player? Can it spring out and grab you or something? Next, we can see it powering up for its siren screen, and you can see it was inspired by the Medusa from Clash of the Titans. In this next scene, we hear Cordelia Clemley, who is the founder of Nightfall and is the granddaughter of the Patriarch. I don't know if she's like the daughter of Rachel Clemley, who became the matriarch in Killing Floor 2. I'm not sure how they're stitching all that together, but we can hear Cordelia Clemley say,
"It appears Moorcroft's little project is as real as they say."
In an earlier blog post about the crawlers and revealing the Queen Crawler, they mention Emmanuel Moorcroft as well. It says, this Zed, referring to the Queen Crawler, is the result of rogue Horzine scientist Emmanuel Moorcroft's experiments with a mutagenic substance known as the Mire. Moorcroft also appears in all the Zed reveal trailers as Moorcroft E, Horzine employee, and finally he appears way at the beginning in the announcement trailer for Killing Floor 3, where it says initiating production sequence. So my question is, are the Zed reveal trailers, are they prologue to Killing Floor 3? Because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. why would Moorcroft still have access to Horzine's computers? I mean, this is 70 years in the future. You probably have to give a DNA sample to access anything at that point, right? It also mentions in the map reveal that the Horzine facility, which is a manufacturing facility for Zeds, is now run by AI. So I'm assuming that Moorcroft evidently started these up. Now finally in the trailer we see all 6 launch specialists revealed. The interesting thing here is there are 2 new perks, the ninja perk and the engineer perk. Now one really positive thing about the specialist system is they have announced that each new specialist will have a brand new gadget. So for example, if they release another commando specialist, he would have the same grenade, however he would have a brand new gadget. So he wouldn't have the Hellion. I don't know what he would have, but he would have a different gadget, and since he has a different gadget, he would have a different skill tree for that gadget. Now at the end here, they do announce that the new release date for Killing Floor 3 has been confirmed to be March 2025. In addition, in a blog post, they also mentioned that they're partnering with PlayOn to do physical editions of Killing Floor 3, and what I would say is even bigger news is that they've announced a closed beta watch list. Now if we look at this specifically, they haven't said how many betas they're going to have, they just said they're going to have a watch list. Oh, and I did forget to mention, probably the biggest news is that Killing Floor 3 is going to have crossplay at launch between all platforms. So Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. And I'm sure because of the launch of Payday 3, they really want to make sure that Killing Floor 3 is ready to go at launch. I'm guessing at some point we're going to get a beta here with crossplay enabled, so we'll be able to play with our buddies on Xbox and PlayStation and really put Killing Floor 3 through its paces. In a blog post, they did mention that they do have plans for free post-launch content, which will include new and existing perk archetypes. So as far as what existing perk archetypes we have that are not in Killing Floor 3 yet, we have Support, Berserker, SWAT, Gunslinger, Demolitionist, and finally we have Survivalist. My guess is we're not going to get a Survivalist because it was just a conglomeration of all the existing perks in Killing Floor 2. For sure we have 5 perks that can be added over time, along with the new perks they come up with. And of course we're going to have maps, weapons. They've announced that they're going to be adding weapon mods over time and new features. In addition, so far we've seen 3 bosses in the game. We've seen the Queen Crawler, the Impaler, and also now Chimera. So we haven't seen the Patriarch, we haven't seen Hans Volter, the King Fleshpound, we haven't seen the Abomination. Who knows if they're going to bring all of these back. My guess is we're going to see the Patriarch because they have announced that Synthetic, who voiced the Patriarch in Killing Floor 1 and 2, is signed up for Killing Floor 3 to make music. I'm assuming he's also going to voice the Patriarch, so I think it's a high probability the Patriarch is going to return at some point. Another thing I'm excited about is mod support for Killing Floor 3. They haven't announced it for launch, but being that it's such a huge part of Killing Floor 2, you have to expect it's going to be in Killing Floor 3 at some point. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited to try out Killing Floor 3? Are you jacked up to know that there's going to be crossplay? You can play with all your buddies across all platforms? Let us know in the comments below. For me, Killing Floor 3 looks very promising. I'm still not super happy about the specialist system, but if it has to be, it has to be. As far as the Zeds go, I think they look amazing, and I think the gameplay looks fast and fluid. And just to be honest, I played so much of Killing Floor 2 that I was really hopeful that Killing Floor 3 would be a new creation, kind of like going from the old Doom games to Doom 2016. It's Doom, right? But it's just a new experience, and that's something I really needed, because I had played so much Killing Floor 2 that it was like, yeah, I'm ready to move on. I love the creativity, I love the world of Killing Floor. I just needed something new. From everything I've seen so far, Killing Floor 3 is most definitely something new, but it is still Killing Floor.